Hi guys, Dr. Axe here.
Dr. Vuk.
Welcome to the Corona Show. And today we're going to talk about the freedom triangle. And we feel like right now a lot of people are fighting for their freedom, fighting for truth, and fighting for their health. And so we're going to talk about what that triangle and what that actually means. So this is really important because if America is founded on our freedom, right? The land of the free.
Yeah.
And I feel like more now than the history of whenever, right, Columbus landed.
Oh, yeah.
1682, I don't know.
He sailed the ocean blue.
He sailed the ocean blue.
Something like that.
Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. I was
Yes.
writing messages under the desk. But anyways, since then, we are fighting for our freedom more than ever. And so we're going to talk about what it takes to stay free. And you have to keep your health to maintain that freedom.
Yeah.
So kind of explain what this triangle is and how this works.
Okay, so you got a triangle here. So there's freedom, truth, and health.
Yep.
And so what freedom is the freedom to know the truth or to speak the truth. There's freedom of speech, which actually we realize we don't really have anymore because stuff is being censored by Facebook and by Google. And
Yeah.
I used to be a big conspiracy. The government's evil, and now I've matured. I'm beyond that.
Yeah.
It's not the case. There's good and bad people everywhere. Evil, holy, right, wrong. So really, we have to be. Freedom is knowing the truth, and then when we know the truth, that's how we create health. And this
Right.
is health in relationships,
Mm-hmm.
health in your body, and then you have to be healthy to have freedom. If you
Absolutely.
know all the right things and you're free, but you have
Gaining
stage
freedom
4
is not easy. It's a war.
as a war.
Any country that's gained freedom, there's been literally people died. There's been a war.
That's a
And if
good
those
point.
people were not healthy, they couldn't even fight that battle.
Yeah, if they had stage 4 pancreatic cancer, they're not on the front lines. And if you're sick in your body or you always
Yeah.
have fatigue,
Yeah.
you're sleeping 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, you don't have the health to
Yeah.
go have freedom.
Yeah, and that's why we're big about truth, education, truth, very similar things, and that's why
Yeah.
you guys are watching these videos, getting educated. We give out a lot of free content and just really educating our patients because you're only going to get your health if you're educated, right? If you're one of those people that's thinking that yogurt is really good for your gut,
Yeah.
sorry if you're one of those people. That's not true. That's a marketing ploy
Yes.
that they wrote on the label.
Oh my
okay?
gosh.
A lot of people think that, so don't take offense because half the world thinks that, okay? Again, there's a million probiotics in it when you need to be eating billions, so it's just not even close.
Yeah.
So anyways, these are just a random bit of information that we try to educate people on so that they can actually get their health back. So,
And actually, speaking of which, I just thought of something. Guys, another way to know truth, you have to listen to the truth, but also we've been created with ingrained truth.
Yeah.
It's known as common sense.
yeah.
So why are you eating Greek yogurt because you think it's healthy and probiotics
Yeah.
when it makes you bloated?
yeah.
Like, okay, so
yeah, use your...
use your head,
Yeah.
So I just read an email, speaking of which, because there's a problem. There's a little misnomer in the system between what we look at as authorities.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm seeing a lot of, we're strong in this thing together, right? Let's bond together, all the hospitals. Healthcare wise, if I've seen one story about applauding our healthcare workers, I've seen a billion. You know what I don't see stories about? People like us spreading the actual truth.
Yeah.
Because, okay, these healthcare workers, by the way, I am thankful for them, and they are putting their lives on the line, some of them. This
Yeah.
is a real virus. So I respect them, but what I don't respect is the institutions they're working for. Like, right here, Baycare, huge hospital in Florida. I get an email. The subject line, stay safe, stay home, stay active. What's the problem in that?
How can I stay active if I'm supposed to be at home being safe? Yeah.
And in Florida, our stay-at-home order, we can still walk, we can still do these things, but in some places you can't.
Yeah.
Loaded boards. I ride longboards. The other day, they made a post. They had a guy doing this like sweet trick, and they said, "We miss these days." He was skateboarding outside, and I responded kind of snarky, "What? Just because it's the quarantine means we can still longboard?" And tons of people commented on that, and they said, not in LA. We're not allowed to be out in the streets. So, you know, we're kind of having a problem here in staying out. You can only do so much inside your house.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, when it comes to taking it back, we're talking about health. Let's talk about truth. Now, I know my website and any health website has, you know, we're fighting for the truth. The problem is these companies are so big, they can do what they want. They're their own company, right? If I don't want a certain patient to come in, technically I could say no. Well, YouTube, Facebook, Google, they're their own company. If they don't want that video or that content, they can delete it. That's their freedom. They can actually do that.
Absolutely.
So the problem is these companies and the connections that these companies have made, they're able to censor and delete the truth, and then they're able to inject and put in things that are untruthful.
Yes.
Just like that email right there.
Yeah.
It's this feel good, hey guys, be safe, we're here for you.
Yeah.
But really, we're trying to build you up to make a profit in the end.
Exactly.
So it's just lies that are being built up to build a profit, to make money.
And that technically is their freedom.
Yeah.
So that's why this is a triangle, because freedom, without being connected to truth or health, they're censoring health information, they're censoring the truth, so they're operating out of one out of the three. So for any content you're consuming during this time or believing, and you should always do this, does it check all three boxes?
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, you know, again, getting the right content like we're talking about, and I actually posted on my Dr. Jordan Axe page on Facebook, a 30-minute video that goes through this triangle in depth and what's going on in the world right now. So you have to watch that so you can get educated on the truth, okay? And then you need to get resources from places like my website, my brother's website, wherever, which is harder to find now because it's not coming up on Google because they're sifting out the truth. So you have to actively search hard for this stuff now.
Yes.
And then once you find the truth, you can use the information to get healthy, mind, body, and spirit. And once you're healthy, you can be on the front lines with us, fighting for our freedom.
Exactly. And we need people like that.
Yeah.
And use your common sense.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the big thing with the common sense, the last thing I want to say, is the immune system.
Oh, man.
It's complete lies that we're going to inject something into your body to fight, say, COVID or the flu or whatever it may be. Okay, that makes sense. But what doesn't make sense is we all know that every 4, 5, 6 months that's going to mutate into a different strain, and that vaccine's not going to work.
Yeah.
Right? There's billions of viruses in our body right now. Right?
Oh,
there's billions of bacteria, billions of viruses, okay?
All over us.
So to inject a vaccine to treat one of a billion and then leave us more susceptible to the other billions makes no logical sense whatsoever. That's old science. Real scientists don't even believe that. What real immunology shows is that the only way to fight cancer, viruses, is to improve your immune system. And what they're finding out is because of processed foods, toxicity issues, 5G, right?
Man.
What it's doing is it's crashing part of your immune system, half of your immune system. Now the other half is doing double the work, and it's firing really, really hard.
Yeah.
Which are called cytokines. And those cytokines are actually overactive and boom, running into your own body and damaging your own tissue, which is what happened with me with Hashimoto's thyroiditis. My immune system was attacking my thyroid and damaging it. So that's where all autoimmune disease comes from. So it causes a weak immune system, which now you can't fight off viruses and cancer, and now you're attacking your own body, okay? That's the truth about the immune system, right?
Yes.
That's real science right there. And that's but there's no money in that, right? Taking vitamin D, taking vitamin C, eating healthy, there's no money in that. But you know what there's a lot of money in? Vaccinations.
Oh my gosh.
And that's where the truth has been skewed, right? If we can build this thing up, hey, virus, bad thing, what's the solution? Oh, vaccination, boom, we bring a solution in, make a lot of money. But if we speak the truth and we say, hey, no, we're getting attacked by these things because we have the truth, what they want us to believe is there's one virus and it's out there to kill us. The truth is there's billions of viruses.
Everywhere.
And if you have a strong immune system, that's the solution, and that will resolve the problem. So billions of viruses, immune system kill it. That's the truth. What they want you to believe, there's only one boogeyman, one virus that's out there to kill us all, and there's only one solution, and that is a vaccination.
Well, and the last thing I'll share on this, it actually reminds me of I got fired from a hospital. I was an ER tech.
Yeah.
Because I refused to get a flu shot. I would still never get one to this day. Actually, I have some stories about that I could tell another time.
Yeah.
But I remember I got on the phone and I was so upset because they let me know I was fired that was still when you could get religious exemptions.
Yeah.
I was too late for the deadline though. So I'm trying to get this exception. I get to the person who mandated that all these 5 hospitals get a flu vaccine for everyone to stay employed. And I asked her, I said, we just had a little, like we are now. We're talking about the science, the immune system. I had this conversation with her, and I asked her, so I said, do you think that everyone in the world should get a flu vaccine? And she said, absolutely. I'm a master in epidemiology and this and that and PhD, and she degree dropped. And I was like, oh, that's cool, but you don't understand science though.
Yeah.
And I told her that. I said, because the virus is going to shift. Mm-hmm. So do you believe that if someone gets the flu, is it a lack of the vaccine or is it a weak immune system? And she goes, I can't answer that with certainty. And I was like, what are you talking about? You just said that everyone should get the vaccine and it would end the flu. But you also admitted that the flu shifts. So why do you get, and I said, do you get vaccinated? And she said, yeah. And I said, are you healthy? She said, yeah. Do you have a strong immune system? Absolutely. I work out, eat healthy. I said, then why? And she goes, because of good merit. And she hung up the phone and said, we're done here. This is all recorded. You're fired. Don't call back.
Yeah.
And
you had her in a corner.
I had her in a corner.
You had her boxed up.
Yeah, because she's so smart. And you can open any Grey's Anatomy, any doctor. It doesn't say in any anatomy and physiology book, people get sick when they don't have a certain vaccine.
Yeah, and people don't get bullied by someone because they have a PhD and they did this and that and the other. This is not rocket science. This is super basic principles. You have an immune system, it kills infections. You make your immune system better, it will kill it. I mean,
that's it.
Right? There's pathogens, they mutate over time. So a single vaccination is not going to treat the other billion. I mean, it's just simple. It's really no more complicated than that. So don't be afraid to use that knowledge to, at your disposal.
And imagine they spent all the money on the vaccines as in educating people about the foods or the recipes.
Oh my gosh.
And speaking of which, you're actually going to be sharing some immune boosting recipes.
We're going to, keep watching because we're going to show you how we cook and live and eat and sometimes work 15 hours a day when we're busy, and we keep up with it because it's simple and easy. So stay tuned for our next show. Thanks for watching, guys.